TreeTownSound with Matthew Altruda on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
Oh, it's that day. I am so excited. Welcome to the SufjanBowl 8. Yeah, you're probably saying to yourself, what is SufjanBowl 8? Well, you probably know tonight is the big game that I'm not allowed to say between the Eagles and Chiefs, and I don't care about either of them, but every big game Sunday every year, I do the SufjanBowl, and you are tuned into the tribute tonight to the one and only born in Detroit, Michigan native Sufjan Stevens. He grew up in the Petoskey area, went to Hope College. And this whole show, for its entirety, will be all Sufjan Stevens. And you might not know who Sufjan is, or you could be tuned in because you're a massive fan. And thank you so much. We are going to deliver incredibly tonight. And if you don't know Sufjan, he is known for his incredible introspective lyrics, his intricate arrangements, his experimental folk. He's a lot like Damon Albarn from The Blur and Gorillaz. You just really can't put him into any genre, and he's going to do it exactly what he wants to do. But there's themes in all of his music, and it revolves around his faith growing up and history and inner struggles and everyone's struggles in mythology. And 2023 was a very hard year for Sufjan Stevens. He was diagnosed with Guillain-Barré, which is a rare neurological disorder. And the good news is you can get a full recovery from it, but he's working right now on learning how to walk again. And there really hasn't been any updates since like October 2023. So my heart and everything goes to Sufjan to have a speedy recovery. But in April of 2023, his longtime partner, Richard Evans, passed away, and he was the chief of staff at the Studio Museum in Harlem and just an incredible contributor to the arts. And this is actually when Javelin came out, is when Sufjan first became public of being gay. And I think most of us knew that, but he publicly said it. And with the passing of Richard Evans, and he said he was his beloved, the light of his lifetime, and extremely heartbreaking. And his passing led into the album Javelin, which came out in not far after. He passed in April. The album was out in October. So, Sufjan was dealing with a lot of struggles, but we're not going to dive into Javelin quite yet. I can't say that word. I almost said it. You caught me. I didn't say it. Can't sue me, NFL. Anyways. This year's big game has teams that have been playing the last couple of years. So I thought to myself, do I have to play different songs than I played last year? It's the same teams as last year. So I decided to do whatever I want. So I'm going to start off banging this TreeTownSound. I'm going to play my 4 favorite Sufjan songs to start off this show. They're my 4 favorite songs today, subject to change tomorrow. Could have been different yesterday. Regardless, we're going to come out proper. And this first one is called Vesuvius. And I am kind of referring to that great mountain that blew up in 79 AD. But Vesuvius is one of my personal favorites. It's blending of personal struggle with historical mythological symbolism. But at its core, it's like turmoil and self-destruction and that transformation. And this is the only Sufjan song that you will hear him singing his own name. And he's singing like, Sufjan, follow your heart. Follow the flame or fall on the floor. And like this is suggesting like the grappling inside of him to find his identity, to find his purpose, and maybe to find his faith, which is a reoccurring theme in like all of his music. But could it be the volcano, the fire and destruction could be a new birth? Maybe he needs to burn people's perceptions to be himself, or burn his own perceptions of himself to be the best him. Regardless, we're coming out. I'm probably going to talk too much this show, and I'm probably going to can too many songs because I am so passionate, but we're going to start it off. This is Sufjan Stevens to start off SufjanBowl 8. This is Vesuvius.
Insecure for sick inside, the murdering ghost that you cannot ignore. Follow me now, or follow me down. Why does it have to be so hard? Follow me now, or follow me down. Why does it have to be so
Local music. TreeTownSound on Ann Arbor's 1071.
Goldenrod and the 4-H stone, the things I brought you when I found out you had cancer of the bone. Your father cried on the telephone, and he drove his car into the Navy Yard just to prove that he was sorry. In the morning, through the window shade, when the light pressed up against your shoulder blade, I could see what you were reading. All the glory that the Lord has made, and the complications you could do without, when I kissed you on the mouth. Tuesday night at the Bible study, we lift our hands and pray over your body, but nothing ever happens. I remember at Michael's house in the living room when you kissed my neck and I almost touched your blouse. In the morning at the top of the stairs, when your father found out what we did that night, and you told me you were scared. all the glory when you ran outside with your shirt tucked in and your shoes untied, and you told me not to follow you. Sunday night, when I clean the house, I find the card where you wrote it out with the pictures of your mother. On the floor at the Great Divide, with my shirt tucked in and my shoes untied, I am crying in the bathroom. In the morning, when you finally go, and the nurse runs in with her head hung low, and the cardinal hits the window. In the morning, in the winter shade, on the 1st of March, on the holiday, I thought I saw you breathing. All the glory that the Lord has made, and the complications when I see his face in the morning in the window. All the glory when he took our place, but he took my shoulders and he shook my face, and he takes and he takes and he takes.
Just a masterful example of how the Sufjan Stevens writes some of the most beautiful, intricate arrangements and harmonies the music world has ever seen. That one is Kazimir Paluski Day. Ironically, I only play that song once a year on this radio show. That will be the 6th time I've played it in the last 6 years, off the 2005 album Illinois, and that's my favorite album ever. Favorite Michigan album ever, favorite album ever. Sorry, Tally Hall. Sufjan Stevens, Illinois certainly takes number one. And that song is just emotionally devastating. It deals with death of a loved one, and it's extremely hard to process. And Sufjan does his best in that song, and it's honoring the Polish American Revolutionary War hero Kazimir Paluski. And some states honor that day, some don't. Illinois definitely does, but one of the best songs dealing with grief, loss, and faith, and just another masterpiece by Sufjan Stevens. Well, this next song is off The Age of Ads, which was an album influenced by Royal Robertson, who was apocalyptic vision and personal struggles inspired Sufjan. He's an author, I believe. I haven't dove too much into this, but I know the themes that he wrote about in this apocalyptic vision of people's struggles dealt with the media and ads, and themes of love and mental illness, and of course cosmic destruction, which there is a lot of on Age of Ads. It was an album that left many Sufjan fans kind of speechless because it was a direct departure from his folk music and really brought in a huge electronic element and further established that Sufjan Stevens is going to do whatever he wants, from his classical music to everything else. And that is kind of a perfect segue into this next song called I Walked, because I mean, there's lyrics that suggest in it like, I walked because you walked, suggesting this could be a breakup song, but it could also be an inner struggle against yourself, pushing against regrets from your life or longing or emotional distress. And this song is just, I just love it so much. You're listening to SufjanBowl 8. That's enough for this. We're just going to play it. This is Sufjan Stevens with I Walked.
Will you look at me now? I'm already dead to you, but I'm inclined to explain what I could not before. Whatever you didn't do, what you couldn't say, I am sorry the worst has arrived, for I deserve more, for at least I deserve the respect of a kiss goodbye. As an epithet, I am sorry the worst is right, for I'm on the floor in the room where we made it our last touch of the night. I walked, cause you walked, but I won't probably get very far. Sensation to what she said, but I'm not about to expect something more. I would not was wild with the blast of dawn. I ran through the night with a knife in my chest, with the lust of your loveless smile. I walked, cause you walked, but I won't probably get very far. Sensation to what she said, but I'm not about
Listen local. Treetown Sound on Ann Arbor's 1071.
The three disciples to the mountainside to pray. His countenance was modified, his clothing was a flame. Two men appeared, Moses and Elijah came. They were at his side. The prophecy, the legislation spoke of whenever he would die. Then there came a word of what he should accomplish on the day. Then Peter spoke to make of them a tabernacle place. A cloud appeared in glory as an accolade that fell on the ground. A voice arrived, the voice of God, the face of God covered in a cloud. What he said to them, the voice of God, the most beloved Son. Consider what he says to you, consider what's to come. The prophecy was put to death, was put to death, and so will the Son. And keep your word, disguise the vision till the time has come.
The Transfiguration by Sufjan Stevens off his Seven Swans album, which it deals with a lot of Christian themes and biblical storytelling on this album. But man, The Transfiguration, truly one of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard. And it recounts the transfiguration of Jesus, where it's a key event in the New Testament where Jesus is revealed in his divine glory to Peter, James, and John on top of a mountain. Yeah, I'm not that well educated in Christianity, but I will say that song makes me want to be more. Absolutely love it. You're listening to SufjanBowl 8. Big shout out to my sponsors, as always, the Bank of Ann Arbor, Sonic Lunch. And man, this Sonic Lunch lineup is so epic. Truly the greatest Bank of Ann Arbor and our team has ever put together. And also Orion Automotive Services. They've been loving cars since 1994, providing automobile maintenance and repair services for European, domestic, and Asian vehicles. You obviously made a big investment on your car. Go take it to Rich. And if you're having car problems, I feel bad for you, son. I got 99 problems, but Rich ain't one. So it's 6:30. And I just finished the first segment of my SufjanBowl, so we're running over here on. We might have to scratch a few songs. We're going to make it work. Regardless, I'm so happy with the way everything is going during this epic game of the SufjanBowl. We'll be back with more on TreeTownSound, Ann Arbor's 107.1.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge Full Synthetic Motor Oil and get a $15 gift card after rebate, plus 2 times points at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
What would you do if your online store converted 36% more shoppers? You could take 36% more vacation.
Another pina colada?
Yes, please.
Open a new retail location with 36% more square feet.
Fantastic.
Hire 36% more help.
You're hired and you're hired.
Shopify has the world's best converting checkout, up to 36% better than other e-commerce platforms. What you do with those extra sales is up to you. Switch to Shopify today at shopify.com/listen and get a $1 trial. Shopify.com/listen.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Aha.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide cleans better than the leading competitive free detergent, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues.
Plus, Tide Free and Gentle has no dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on her skin.
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash, it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard. His ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
During tax season, your info travels lots of places you can't control.
W-2 arriving from payroll platform 3.
Everything criminals need to steal your identity is on your W-2.
Last call for accountant and home office, 1 minute.
LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points per second.
Tax preparation data centers with service to IRS. All aboard.
If your identity is stolen, we'll fix it guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
TreeTownSound on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
After the storm, we shaved our legs to the skin. Into the snow, our footprints showed where we'd been. They gave us names. They said my name means war. Dwelling in song, the lion and the lamb were restored. Illumination, a seed, my need, my Rajneesh. Hallucination, a seed, my need, my Rajneesh. I lit a fire and drank of the breath of his kiss. My tambourine, affirmed by the dance of his wrist. Mystical star, burn bright like the tail of a dog. And now we are blessed with the righteousness of the Lord. Illumination, I see my Rajneesh. Hallucination, I see my Rajneesh. Illumination, I see my Rajneesh. Hallucination, I see my
Just an absolute masterpiece. That is my Rajneesh off the America album from 2020. And it's a long one, especially when you're running short on time on your hour radio show and you decide to play a 10-minute song. But my Rajneesh is about a movement in the 1980s. I don't know too much about it. It was kind of like a cult music or a cult following in a commune in Oregon. And the song really has themes of loss and consequences, basically of blind faith. And the composition, the shifting of melodies mirror the rise and fall of the movement. So once again, it's Sufjan just being a mastermind. And I don't have much time left, but I want to just firstly just say how Javelin, Sufjan's latest album from October of 2023, is one of my most favorite albums ever. And usually when an artist has a body of work, like Sufjan has 15 albums, and usually when an artist puts out their 15th album, you don't expect it to be one of your favorites. Usually they get less and less as their career goes on, but no, not this one. And when Sufjan lost his partner, Evan Richardson, in April of 2023, he put together an album of some of the most heartbreaking music that's ever been recorded because he lost the love of his life, and Javelin really holds to that. So we're going to do two off that. This is Running Start, which is basically him running against himself, trying to outrun the guilt in the baggage of what this holds for him and trying to get in front of it in life to be the best person he can be. All right, a Running Start off Javelin, SufjanBowl 8.
Everything turns into waves. I see the light upon the lake, the silver moon, the water snake, a pair of eyes, a gentle breeze, forgotten tales, a wild beast. I know the time has come to ask you for a kiss. Don't go, my lovely pantomime, receive of me my only wish.
played. Treetown Sound on Ann Arbor's 1071.
So you are tired of us, so rest your head, turning back 14 years of what I did and said. So you are breathing disaster. I did what I was told, but I was a man born invisible. Was it something I said or some kind of joke? So you are tired as the sun. Are you with or without a friend? Bring me back everything caught in your shield. Let everything else descend. So you are seething with laughter. Was it really all just a joke? I was a man indivisible when everything else was broke. So you are tired of leaving my kids. So go back to your dad, throwing out everything left in your field when there was nothing left to defend. So you are dreaming of after. Was it really all just for fun? I was the man still in love with you when I already knew it was done. So you are tired of me. So rest your head, turning back all that we had in our life. Will I return to death?
That is So You Are Tired. Before that was A Running Start. Both songs are SufjanBowl debuts off the 2023 album Javelin. It's one of my most favorite albums to listen to in its entirety, but it is a tearjerker. I just will give you that forewarning. If you need a good cry, I would highly recommend Javelin. We are not done on SufjanBowl 8. We got one more left right after this break on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Los Angeles, your getaway to paradise awaits with Fiji Airways. Fly nonstop to Fiji from 7:48 round trip or to Australia via Fiji from 8:48. Experience world-class service and a warm welcome on board. Or book vacation packages to Fiji with 5-night stay starting from $11.99 per person based on TwinShare. Whether you're soaking in Fiji's beauty or exploring Australia, it all starts with Fiji Airways. To book and fly now, visit FijiAirways.com or your travel agent. Conditions apply.
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with Shopify. Once I figured out that Shopify was a thing, I never turned back. I can create a site with my eyes closed. Shopify thinks ahead of us, and it thinks about the customer more than anything. Every day I'm thinking about some other new business, but Shopify is doing it to me because it's so easy to use. It's like I can't stop. I'm addicted.
Start your free trial at Shopify.com.
Jim was at the laundromat when he heard. His ear said, "Maraca, senor," but his nose said, "Hey, freshest scent ever." Following his nose, Jim found a man pouring Gain scent beads into the washer. The scent, the freshness. Jim blurted, "Sir, your scent maracas smell amazing." You could call them scent maracas, but most noses call them Gain scent beads. Try Gain scent beads, way fresher than detergent alone.
There's lots to love at the JCPenney Valentine's Day sale. Save up to 70% on fine jewelry with coupon and make their day one that sparkles and shines. Sweeten the celebration with up to 50% off home essentials. Plus, use your coupon inside the JCP app to save even more. Love is in the air, and so are the savings. Happy Valentine's Day, JCPenney. Make it count. Offers valid on select styles through 2/14. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Sometimes it feels like the world is moving at hyperspeed and you can't keep up because it's one thing then another, and don't forget the meeting and the yoga class and the dinner reservation, but then you get into the all-new Nissan Murano and you feel the breeze from the panoramic moonroof while the massaging seats melt away the tension of the day. And you realize that sometimes the greatest rush is not rushing at all. Shop the all-new Murano at nissanusa.com. Panoramic moonroof massaging leather appointed seats are available features.
It's all about local. TreeTownSound on Ann Arbor's 107.1.
Thank you so much, everyone, to tuning in to the 8th annual SufjanBowl 8. It was an absolute pleasure, and I appreciate everyone tuning in. We'll be back to normal scheduled TreeTownSound next Sunday. We're going to close out the SufjanBowl with a song from the 2006 album Avalanche. This is the Henny Buggy Band closing us out. SufjanBowl 8 in the books.
Oh, life with your shoulders in the mirror. From the park when Dakota ran and eyes. Eleanor, how you put one on disguises. Oh, Father John, you cannot tell me what's right and wrong. You cannot tell me. In the mortal life, far in the morning light, we're back from Bloomington. We let the runners win. Far in the morning light, we let the movies play, and we can drum the holiday, picking up with the band on the Ronald Reagan Don't break down, let's go, forget about yourself. Illinois, in a grand from the Ronald Reagan Tollway. If I'm wrong, makes nothing right about yourself. Snowmobile on the field where the gunners throw their weight around. Forget about yourself and all your
WQKL, Ann Arbor's 107.1, a Cumulus media station. New music, old favorites, imports, indies, and more. Under the Radar Radio.
Welcome to the show. I'm your host for the next 2 hours, Mark